everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Now, it has been a number of days. This stream has been up on YouTube for about 48 hours, but I've had to delay it because of other things coming up over the last 2 days, being out and not getting back in time, and then being really tired, and then all that sort of stuff. So do please give me a bit of credit where credit's due, but I'm here doing it tonight. We've got 2 streams in 2 days. Tonight we're just doing a little bit of a transfer roundup, and then tomorrow we are doing an Everton preview, our first preview of the channel, first preview of the season, with a special guest who you will find out who that is tomorrow. So we've got 2 comments already. Will's first, Yusuf second. Lovely. Obviously Yusuf will be on the channel as soon as he's back from his holiday. But it is nice to see him in the comments. I hope everyone who's watching is doing well. But yeah, we've got a few things to talk about. I'm not going to sit here for hours and talk about them. We'll get through them quickly, but we'll also go into a little bit of detail as well. Because there's a lot of details to go into with what we've got to talk about. We've got, we'll start with Cucurella. Are Chelsea signing him? Because they were. Fabrizio gave it the here we go, and then Brighton released a statement saying that they weren't. So I'm a bit confused to what's going on there. As far as I'm aware, we're still going to go in for him, and we're probably still going to get him. But what's going on with Fabrizio? He's been absolutely ruined by Brighton, Fabrizio. I do apologise about the lagging hat thing. I haven't got a proper green screen. This is all done by my webcam, so I do apologise. He's having his medical today, so yeah, it's medical today, and then signing for Chelsea tomorrow. I don't know. Hopefully, I don't think he'll be there for the first game of the season. All PR from Brighton. Yeah, probably trying to get Man City to sort of have a bidding war. If Man City see a statement saying, "Oh, they haven't actually bidded for him," or we can quickly get in for him, whereas we have, and they're just smoking something. I don't know. As for Cucurella himself, do I see him as a good signing? Yes, I do see Cucurella as a top signing, a good signing. I see him as, I don't know, he's a good player. He's got a lot of talent, but does he get in front of Ben Chilwell? No. Chilwell's not fully fit at the moment. He's still recovering from that ACL injury. So what do I think about that? I think Cucurella will come in, probably won't play Saturday. I don't know, will he play against anyone? He'll probably play the next 2 to 3 games after that. But I do have to agree with 5+7, a decent signing, but probably a bit too much money. But that's the market in this day and age, isn't it? I mean, you're signing players for Ben White for 50 million, Cucurella for 50 million, 60, however much for Fana. We're getting for about 70 if it goes through. I mean, we signed Lukaku for 100 million. Look how that turned out. So these days, the market is extortionate. These other teams know that the bigger teams have got the money, so they've raised the price. Just look at West Ham pricing Declan Rice at like 120 million, which was what they was asking for. I'm actually going to remove this backdrop because it is getting on my nerves a bit. There we go. Back into the old room. Yeah, but let me, in the comments, let me know what you guys think of Cucurella as a player, as a signing. Is he too much money? What's the market saying these days? Because, I mean, I know I'm only young. I'm only 18 years old, but stories that my dad, my granddad, my uncle have told me is that at the time, Ray Wilkins was the first ever £1 million player when he went to Rangers, I think. And back then, a million was about, I don't know, 80, 90, 100 mil these days. I mean, if Jack Grealish is worth 100 mil, what the hell is Mason Mount worth? Because what the hell is Smith Rowe worth? What the hell is Saka worth? All these young top English talents. If Grealish is being sold for 100 million, if City are dumb enough to think that he's worth that much money, how much are these other young England talents? Foden, even, like, he's got to be worth at least, I don't know, 130 if Grealish is worth 100. Realistically, I don't think Foden's worth that much. I don't think he's worth 100 million, maybe 60, 70 million. But it's just all, it's all to do with, you know. Oh, yeah, sorry, I've got it wrong. Trevor Francis from Birmingham to Forest was the first 1 million player. I've got my facts wrong. I do apologise. Like I said, I wasn't alive when all this happened, but I'll. It's not something you sort of research before a stream goes out. It's just something you say off the top of your head. But yeah, Yusuf 5+7, and if Will's even here, I don't know. Cucurella. How do you think it will go down? You've already said 5+7 that you think probably a bit too much money. But as a player, I think he's a top talent. He's still young. Don't want to go down this route because I know what other people think. But on Football Manager on FIFA, he's quite good. But I've seen him play for Brighton this year. He's a top player. He can play in that attacking role. He can play left wing back, left mid, left wing if necessary. So he's quite versatile, and I'm sure he can play on the right as well if necessary. But that's the thing, right? A lot of players these days, if there's an injury, let's just say, so Reece James gets injured, right? Ben Chilwell's still there. Dave will go to right wing back or something like that. But realistically, maybe Alonso or Emerson will go into that right wing back position because in this day and age, yeah, Alonso's left-footed, Emerson's left-footed, playing on the right. It doesn't really make sense, but it will work for a few games. And I know Yusuf has been seeing a lot about Alonso wanting to go, or Barcelona wanting Marcos Alonso because he doesn't like Alonso, which I don't understand. I think Alonso's still not a top player, but he still gets the job done. But yeah, we've got 1890 Reds podcast. You should go after Jamie Lee. I mean, if he's on a free, then I'll take him. I'll buy him under 10 million. Could Chelsea could play a back five with Cucurella or Chilwell in the 3 on the left side? Yeah, definitely. But I also think it would be sort of a rotational thing with them because we've got Koulibaly, Thiago Silva. Thiago Silva won't play every game. Dave. Looking like Fofana's coming in. He'll play it on the right or the left. To me, it doesn't ultimately matter as long as the team performs well. If Fofana plays better on the right, put him on the right. If he plays better in the middle, put him in the middle, etc., etc. So, Chelsea could. Oh yeah, I've already read that one. I heard Aspie signed an expect. Yeah, he did another 2-year extension. As you says, Dave signed a contract extension. For me, it was time for him to leave, but I don't mind him staying for the leadership. I don't think it was time for him to leave. He's a club legend. I want him to stay at the club as long as possible. Maybe even go into coaching at the club because Cesar Azpilicueta has been in Chelsea's history in his prime one of our best players. He wasn't this fantastic, skillful fullback, or when he played centre back, he wasn't the one to sort of flick it over an attacker's head and then pass it out. He just did the simple things right, and that's what you need to do. If I'm going into like coaching and I'm running an academy and I'm looking at certain players, oh, he's got a cheeky little nutmeg, oh, he scored a 30-yard screamer. I'd rather see, all right, yeah, he scored a 30-yard screamer, but I'd rather see someone pass it out wide than shoot from 30 yards, because when you shoot from 30 yards, you've got more of a chance of missing than you do with scoring. It's just a gamble, really. But if I'm a coach or like a scout, I'm looking for the simple things. If you get all the simple things right, then I'm going to like you. If you can make that short pass and sort of give and go around the defense or make a bit of pocket, find a pocket of space, then that's what I'd prefer you to do. When you're on the ball, make a change of pace, running slowly, and then zooming off to catch the defenders out. So, yeah, I 100% agree. 5+7, Aspi, very underrated, Mr. Consistent. So yeah, signed Don Yusuf. Not actually heard of him, mate. Is he worth what? £2.50? I don't know. But yeah, like from obviously I'm not a coach, but I do watch a lot of football. I don't play like Sunday League. Hopefully, I will be this season though. But from when I've played like with my mates, we do like big games against these other guys. And for me, it's not about taking on the whole team. It's not about skilling everyone up, getting nutmegs. It's not about scoring a screamer. It's not. It's not about that. For me, when I play, I just want to get the simple things right so that the team can benefit from that. Because if you go like if you shoot from 30 yards and it goes miles over the bar and goes out the cage or the park or wherever you're playing into the stands, your whole team are gonna hate you for that. Obviously, they won't hate you as a person, but they're gonna be annoyed. They're gonna think, what on earth are you doing? Like it's one of them things. Like we've got a red ass. Yusuf and Luke will know a lot about red ass. We play it a lot when we go play football down the park. So yeah, I'd much rather see someone play a 10-yard pass onto the wing, out onto the left. Even distributing it backwards is okay because sometimes you've got to come backwards to go forwards. So for me, if you're capable of doing that, like Cesar Azpilicueta does really well, then I'm more than happy to keep you in the team. I'm more than happy to start you in the team. This isn't FIFA where you go on Ultimate Team, everyone's got 90 plus rated players with 90 pace, 5-star skills, and you're skilling everyone up and then you're shooting from 30 yards and it goes in, or doing a scorpion kick or a bicycle kick. It's not about that. Like that's just a bit of fun. Like, yeah, we all play it, or most of us play it, and we get angry or all that. But if I'm coaching a team, I want to see players doing the simple things, the much simpler things. And talking about coaching a team, there'll be some Football Manager content coming very soon, midweek. I won't stream it, but I will do some recordings of it, and we will get it out. I'll obviously be starting with Chelsea. We'll do Chelsea, and then maybe we'll do a lower league side, maybe League One, Championship level, and thank you, Yusuf. Yusuf also saying that we need to win another Premier League with Dave. Definitely, I want to see him lift that trophy because I think the last time we won it, I think John Terry was still the captain or the club captain. That shows how long it's been since we won the Premier League. So, Gary, good to see you coming over from Luke and Ricky's channel. Speaking of Luke and Ricky's channel, I'm sure everyone in the chat is, because who hasn't? But don't be that guy. Like and subscribe, not just to my channel, but to everyone who supports me. Luke and Ricky, you've got Jack, you've got Will, all these people, Jamie as well, who's been on the channel, Fahim, Matt. Go and subscribe, like and subscribe to everyone that's been on my channel. It would mean not just the world to me, because it's nice for my, not colleagues, but friends, YouTube friends, to go ahead and do that, but it would mean the world to them as well. Yeah, Yusuf will be doing the FIFA career side, while I'll be doing sort of the Football Manager side, the coaching, the tactics. Yusuf will do the career mode, like signing the big players, getting it done quickly, which is good because it won't be that long of a series, hopefully, and Yusuf won't be raging at FIFA like he normally does. But yeah, expanding the content is definitely something that we're on our way to do. So if you have any ideas, maybe we'll go down to Stamford Bridge, watch a game there, or even if we go to a League One, League Two game, watch the game, film it, and put it out. I've done that before. If you don't know, one of my older channels, it's done pretty well. It's got like about 400 views. So yeah, but it was very funny. Gary says one thinks Chelsea will be better than most people think. Get a 9, and I've been saying third in the league. I mean, realistically, yes, we need a goal scorer. We need a striker. We need someone that can play through the middle, as well as Didier Drogba did, as well as Diego Costa did for us all them years ago. But I'm also on half the mind that I want to give Havertz another chance there, because I'm not going to point the finger here, but fans such as Yusuf who are slandering Havertz, I think I think everyone deserves that next chance. Give him too many chances, then fine. Three chances is the max, I think. But I would love to see Kai Havertz through that middle this season. If it doesn't work out, bring someone in January. Or Aubameyang's linked to us apparently. But who believes Fabrizio anymore, man? Who believes him? He got done by Brighton yesterday, kind of. But yeah, thank you, Gary. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. So yeah, I'm more in the mindset right now that with these new signings, we'll be much better than we was back in the last season / pre-season. In a front three, I'm not. Is that Aubameyang in a front three? I don't know. I think Havertz has done well in a front three. Yeah, he hasn't got the most goals and assists, but he's actually done, like people were saying, he's no good for the Premier League. He actually got more goals and assists. He had statistically, his season last season was better than his best season in the Bundesliga. So, I mean, you've got to look at the stats, guys. Stats aren't everything. I know that on paper, Man United should be beating Crystal Palace, but it's football. Anything can happen. Yeah, Fabrizio is a pillar. He's a tapping merchant, mate. 100% agree. But yeah, we'll move on. He'd play striker. Yeah, he would. Move on. Chelsea sign. I'll get it right. Chukwuemeka from, was it Aston Villa? I think he was, or was it Villarreal? It's one of them two. I know Villarreal was a player with a similar name. Or it might be him. Who knows? Maybe he was out on loan there last year from Villa. But either way, we've signed him. I think he's 18, 19 years old. I don't know much about him. That's why I'm guessing these things. I really do not know much about him. But it's exciting because the hype on Twitter, the hype on YouTube about him. Yes, Chukwueze plays for Villarreal. See, the Chuk is the... Yeah, never mind. Chukwuemeka is who we've signed. Don't fact check me because I got it wrong. I apologize. I'll do my research next time. I promise. But yeah, we signed him for 20 million, as Yusuf says. There's been a lot of hype around him. People saying he's a really good youngster. I think he'll do just fine for us if all the things I'm seeing on Twitter, on YouTube, in our group chats are true. I think I'm happy with it. I'm happy with it. I also don't know because I don't know much about him. But like I said before, if he can do the simple things, he'll get it right. Maybe here and there, because it's like, let's just say we're in a cup game against Sheffield Wednesday or someone like that, Gillingham or AFC Wimbledon. I think, yeah, give it the odd nutmeg, and if it works, it works. But do the simple things. Please, please, please do the simple things. That's all I'm asking from a footballer that plays for my club, Chelsea. What happens to Conor Gallagher? He doesn't get as much game time as he did at Palace last season, but he does get to play it a lot this season. It depends what Conor Gallagher we see, because if we're talking about the one from pre-season, I don't want him. But if we're talking about the one from good old Palace, I want him. It all depends, really. It does all depend. So, what next? Fofana. Wesley Fofana. But before we do it, Colwill loan to Brighton, not bad. And 5/7 saying we need someone to put the ball in the back of the net on a regular basis. Last one was Diego Costa, sort of that thing. So, you know, Fofana. Top player, good youngster, not worth 70, 60 million. Not worth the money, but I like him. I do like him a lot. I agree, yep. Sell him to Palace? I don't know. I think we keep him for maybe another season or two. If he doesn't perform, then we sell him on, because people know after last season, people know what he's capable of. But whether he's capable of being the small fish in a big pond rather than the big fish in a small pond is a different question. So it's just one of them things, you know. Yeah, again, overpaying the odds again. But that's the thing. That's the market these for youngsters especially. You have to pay the big bucks, because otherwise these teams won't get rid of them, because they know the potential that they have. They know how good they are currently and how much better they can get. It's one of them things. So it's just it does baffle me a little bit with these sort of things, but it is what it is. Prices was a lot, but will be worth it in my opinion. That's the thing, right? When we signed Kai Havertz for 80 odd million, it was one of them things. Oh dear, because he didn't start very well. Oh dear, you've paid all that money for him, and he's going to do that. If we keep him for another 5 years, and he does really well, that will justify the price tag. If we buy Fofana and he doesn't, for like 70 million, and he doesn't make a good start, people say, "Oh, you've paid all this money, this, that." But over the 4 or 5 years that he'll be at the club, if that's how long he'll be at the club, he'll justify that price tag. When it came to Romelu Lukaku, he was rubbish. You can see he didn't want to be at the club. He wanted to go back to Inter Milan. He said, "I'm sorry, I don't care, mate. Piss off back to Milan and go play next to Lautaro Martinez," because apparently he's best friends with him. Lautaro Martinez obviously is a decent player, but can he do it on a wet, cold night in Stoke? Who knows? But yeah, Wesley Fofana, looking forward to if we sign him. That is an interesting one. Sterling is a very good signing. Now, will he be as good under Tuchel as he was under Pep is a different question. Pep's got players like De Bruyne, Gundogan, Bernardo Silva, Mahrez, Foden, Grealish. Is he going to be able to perform without them players? We don't know. We honestly don't know. We really don't know. And that's the problem, right? Who knows? Who knows? Because that's the thing. Haaland goes to City. Oh, they're going to win the league. Are they? How is he going to adapt to the Premier League? Nobody knows for sure that that's what's going to happen. Nunes goes to Liverpool. Oh, he's going to be a flop. He's only ever played in the Portuguese league. He's smashing it for Liverpool at the moment in pre-season and in that Community Shield game. Like, I think Nunes will be a better signing than Haaland come the end of the season. Nunes gets more goals at the end of the season than Erling Haaland does, because Liverpool are a better team than Manchester City. I said it now. Liverpool are going to win the league this year. Sterling is a very good signing, yes, but can he perform under the circumstances with a team like ours compared to City's? We're leagues below Man City at the moment, so who knows? But guys, I am going to end it there. Very passionate talk from myself. I haven't got a guest, but I've done as best I can. So I'm going to end it there. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share with as many people as you can. Thank you, everyone, for being in the chat, and we'll see you later. Bye.